Traces of good. Traces of good. What's good? What's going on, Masking Post? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Get the word out. Show your love. Okay? All right, let's talk about it. So we live in a society where there's a lot of information going on. We're living in a society where we're feeling all types of feelings. Some men are jaded, some men are hurt, some men are divorced, some men are in pain, and I'm not trying to say on the women's side they're not hurting, but the power level is that society is favoring whatever women are doing. Now it favors them even if there's no accountability, even if there is abuse of power, even if there is error on their part. So, and it glitches the masculine brain, because you're like, how is she getting away with that? How is she able to do that? So as men, we're facing a tough time, and the media does not highlight men in good light. Okay, so this video I'm making it in light of that some men can swoop in into the space and sell you this ideology that when you get the chance, when you get the power, like go hard on them, almost like this aggressive, now I'm the man now, know your place and everything else. But I believe that we need to leave traces of good. We need to have a sense of one day you're going to be 80 years old if you live that long, and you want to look back as to how you reacted to the problems that you encountered as a man. What you mean? Were you like, and you could say, well, I was justified, but we don't want to think with a vindictive mindset. We want to think developmental. And if we're to live any type of, if we're to leave any type of legacy behind, we cannot be leaving pockets which we're just very ashamed of. And I think that if we have this mindset that now that I have a little bit of money, I'm gonna just bang all these hoes. I'm gonna just show them that all the time that I was rejected, now I'm gonna show them. I don't believe that that's righteous. I don't believe that that's the way you should go, because that does not leave the traces of good that you ought to leave. And you could be like, well, I don't care. I don't care. That's the mindset of a young person. Men understand, we've understood for the longest time, there's consequences to our behavior. Now, even if that the counterpart, the feminine, is unaccountable, we're still accountable to our lives, our legacy. How did I live my life? In spite of what I faced, you like, I kept my poise, I kept my stature, I was not disrespectful, I conduct myself with integrity. And that's the word, integrity. We are getting, especially the red pill space, a lot of men are taught that, just bang them, whatever, because that's what they're there for. Now, of course, it does not help that women have lined up for these things. The hookup culture is what they've set up, so women be like, I don't want need to come in, man. As long as like a man's got a good D, I'm good. Like, don't be that person that's lining up for that, because that takes away the value from your life. You're not going to reflect on that as an older person and say, wow, I had some wonderful coochie, No, build yourself in a righteous manner. Build integrity. If your father, take care of your child. If you happen to be married, take care of your woman. Don't be like hateful. Because we need to review these diaries and say, hey man, women were wild at that time if they change. But look at you, how your conduct was. Your conduct was upstanding, not for societal reasons, but for yourself. Because this thing is not forever. This life is not forever. And I do know a lot of people that are swooping into the space, it's just for profit. They're not exactly um, examining the advice that they're giving and say, am I doing this for the betterment of my brothers? Am I doing this for the betterment of young bloods who are coming up? They're doing it because it gets, you know, what you call it, clicks and so forth. So that the well-meaningness is not really there. But I advise young men and older men, do not be so vindictive. Yes, you can be hurt, because what's going on is very, very toxic, and I've been on the receiving end of it as well. So I can understand being hurt and disappointed and just angry at times. But position yourself so your life, you're working on a project or a job, whatever it is, and you're saving and you're looking to your future, and just sidestep some of these talking points, because women, it seems like they're just way off the rails, completely off the rails. I agree. But I don't want men to excuse their bad behavior. I don't want to excuse men's bad behavior, because that will come to haunt you. Like, why did I treat her so bad? Yes, she did wrong, but still expect you to conduct yourself in a certain way. Like I said, not for societal reasons, but for your own sense of sanity, for your sense of peace of mind. So when you reflect, you're not saying, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that," because it's almost like a child does wrong, and you're going to whoop them, and you just whoop them like almost killing them, and you're gonna be like, maybe I overdid it. So let's exercise foresight as men. We've been given the logic and the means to control our emotions. We don't speak from an emotionality perspective. At least learn. If you grew up in a feminine household and you're emotional, you can learn. There's too much information out there for you to gather and be a better man. So let's leave of good, traces of good for our sense of self. People are doing you wrong. I'm not saying be passive. Okay, go get yours in life. You gotta get up as a man and get yours, but live a life that's consciously clean in spite of. So when we review the books, we'll look back and like, hey, you know what? I was being attacked aggressively, but I did not act recklessly. All right. Hopefully this message is clear. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Peace, love, and blessing.